Okay, thanks for stopping by. It is August 20th, and this is a ongoing series in particular for NFL data. And what I'm doing is embedding calendar invites into MailChimp templates and sending them out and running through the workflow. So this is kind of a first stab at a workflow for AI. I'm taking the videos, inserting them into Google Notebook LLM, and so I have to kind of shift the conversation, if you will, pitching my deck and trying to get a good solid foundation, taking the YouTube video and then bringing it to Google. That said, I'm going to walk through it here with a couple verbatim slides, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of talk it out as a script. So this demo is about an embeddable calendar invite. Mandy is the event organizer for the MailChimp campaign. She is also the organizer using her Google Calendar client and the Calendarsnack app. She uses these three apps, MailChimp, the Google Calendar client, and the Calendarsnack app, to build out her email marketing campaign with MailChimp and then inserting an embedded NFL calendar invite button into the MailChimp campaign. She uses the Calendar client and the Calendarsnack app to generate a calendar invite button, which is a piece of code for the Sunday NFL game. She generates the calendar invite code by sending her completed NFL game from her Google Calendar client to an email address. That email address is create@calendarsnack.com. She then goes to her Calendarsnack dashboard to get the embeddable calendar invite code for that specific NFL event to insert into her MailChimp campaign. When the button is clicked in the MailChimp campaign, the calendar invite is sent to the MailChimp customer and tracked by Mandy, the organizer, with the set of APIs communicating to the AWS calendar invite server. Mandy can update the calendar invite data before and after the MailChimp campaign is sent with the embedded MailChimp button just by changing the data in her Google Calendar client and resending it to the create@calendarsnack.com email address, and it reprocesses the data for the update and sends it out to anybody that has the calendar invite already on their calendar in a yes or maybe status. So a little bit of a long intro, just talking out for AI. So again, Mandy, the organizer, uses three applications to develop her MailChimp campaign with the embedded calendar invites. She's using her own Google Calendar. She has a copy running in the cloud for her Mandy's Calendarsnack app, and then she has a login and subscription to MailChimp. So she's creating it in Google Calendar, sending it to the APIs on the AWS Calendar Invite server that's talking to the APIs connectors in the in the Calendarsnack app, and after she generates her piece of code, she inserts it into the MailChimp. So she moves through this in a really quick manner because she's doing any new or updates or cancels in her own personal calendar client, sending it to the API gateway. API gateway is communicating with the AWS Calendar Invite server we built. That set of APIs is setting up and visualizing all the data in the Calendarsnack dashboard. And once she does this, and does it several times as she needs to perfect her messaging in her calendar client for ultimately what becomes her calendar invite embed codes that she'll insert into MailChimp, she iterates through this by simply using her calendar client, in this case here, Google Calendar client. So anytime she updates the data, she'll see it on her Calendarsnack dashboard, and then the button codes will be updated automatically. You can see here in the visualizer, she's going to go ahead and look for the game, Los Angeles Rams versus the Houston Texans, and she's going to go seek that particular game, copy the RSVP button code for the embeddable calendar invite, and she's going to insert that embeddable calendar invite code into her MailChimp promotion. The promotion essentially says RSVP here to get the calendar invite with the limited merch offer. So what she's offering up is essentially a ability to actually get some free merch at the NFL game proposed It is free merch, and she's a VIP, or Zach is a VIP target in this case, and he or she in the MailChimp campaign will receive a free jersey for stopping by a particular booth. So what happens is Zach now is somebody on the MailChimp list. He's part of the story. He's an actor in the story, and Zach gets the MailChimp offer because he's in the MailChimp list sent by Mandy, the organizer of the MailChimp campaign. He clicks the button to get the calendar invite. He's redirected to a specific landing page that indicates that he is going to go to the Los Angeles Rams versus the Houston Texans game, and he's notified that his calendar invite is on its way. He receives the calendar invite in the screen here. He determines he is going to the game, and he sees the event message. We will send you an update on the day of the game, where to pick up the free jersey. Now, in this particular message, it has been updated, and the booth number is 1000. Please stop by to get your free merch, Zach. The actor in the story, being Zach, is a VIP. He says, gee, thanks for giving me free merch. He communicates back to the AWS Calendar Invite server, talking to the Calendarsnack app, and says, yes, I'm going to the game. So we're tracking the calendar receipts specifically of anybody in this email list. Now, this email list conceptually is about 100,000 people, and specifically we're running the workflow for Zach. Zach says yes, he's one of the 100,000 in the list. There's about a 25% click-through rate with these calendar invitations in this list. He's one of them that says, yes, I'm going. He sends the calendar receipt back to the AWS Calendar Invite server. That Calendar Invite server is talking to the Calendarsnack app. The Calendarsnack app visualizes that he is going to the game. We know this from a granular detail because we're actually tracking the calendar receipts by requesting the calendar receipt in the calendar client itself. So now Mandy, the organizer, knows and can keep track of the real-time data in the Calendarsnack console. She can make better decisions and actually change the offer now by directly communicating with Zach and understanding what he's doing based on his data from his calendar invite. So here's where we're at. What happens if the organizer needs to update the calendar invite information after the event has gone out? So in this case here, we're talking the organizer over here in the Google Calendar is Mandy. She'll be talking directly to the APIs to update the APIs in the AWS Calendar Invite server, talking to the Calendarsnack app, and she'll do that just by updating her information, and that's what I'm going to go through as an updated sequence. What that will do is auto-trigger a brand new calendar invite to get built on the fly out of the database with that specific UID for this event and sent out to Zach, who is the actor in our story that is on the MailChimp list and a VIP customer for the NFL. So we do this by basically sending the data back, and the data then goes through the update process, and it's reprocessed, and an auto calendar invite is sent out. So let me go back into the story here. I'm going to populate the dashboards. You'll see them live. So Mandy's on the left here. She's the organizer for the event. I'm going to open up this specific event, which I'm going to manipulate. It's going to hit the API gateway and update Zach here over on the right-hand side. So Zach is our customer. He has been sent the MailChimp template. He initially received a couple updates. He's still saying yes to the game. We know that because we're tracking it. Mandy's tracking it in her Calendarsnack dashboard, talking to the APIs. So let me update Mandy's calendar over here, and you'll see what happens. I'm going to change the booth from booth 1000 to booth 1200. I'm going to save it real quick, and you're going to see it's going to reprocess to the APIs. If I go back to Zach's calendar box, or excuse me, his email box, you're going to see this live data show up. Essentially, we're going to go ahead and pull out a new reconstructed calendar invite based on the UID and send it to Zach. And so Zach just received an updated calendar invite from Mandy. It's right there. He's going to say maybe to the game. He's going to change the status a little bit, but you'll see just for demo reasons I changed the status, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and make that a little bigger so you can see it all. And you can see that when I refresh this, the calendar receipt is going to be pulled back from Zach again, Zach changed his from accepted to maybe, and you'll see that this booth 1200 now just got updated here in Zach's calendar invite, and then the data got updated in the system of record in the AWS calendar invite server to booth 1200, and then it can be changed again. So this is the end of a long demo. Thanks for stopping by.